Oh, what is up, everyone? We'll give it a few minutes here to let some people get in and wait for a couple people to join. Thanks for tuning in. It's Mondays with Mike. Every Monday, 8 o'clock East Coast, here at my home office. And yeah, we'll see how many people join tonight. Usually we have a good following. Make sure to leave a comment in the chat box down below if you have a question, and we can answer it. And pretty much just like everyone kind of joining in and asking us whatever they want, talk about Hondas, and yeah, go from there and see who joins us tonight. I'm just sending a couple messages to people to remind them. So thanks for joining. If you're in the group, I see a couple people are in here. Go ahead and just say what's up. Let's get some chat going. Another Monday, another busy Monday for us. Back in the office, we were out of town this weekend, so nice little 2-day vacation away to Virginia, and now back in North Carolina. But yeah, not a lot going on. Axion wise, still waiting to send the car off for fabrication stuff. So just waiting on that. I'm waiting to hear back from my guys there. So hopefully we can start getting this ball rolling and get you guys some much deserved footage here in the next month or two. So I know you guys have been patiently waiting. And I think in a week or two, we might do a video from down in our little warehouse area. Just like my workbench area. I thought that might be a different cool thing. I want to get some other stuff for doing these live chats, so it's a little bit better. Obviously a microphone, so you guys, it's not so echoey, but yeah, maybe some cooler stuff coming soon. We will be back again next Monday, of course. And I think the following Monday, I might not have it. We're going to be in the Midwest, a couple meetings with some companies out there for some part stuff. So, but yeah, cool. Welcome back, guys. Cool. Oh, nice. Well, congrats. You need any info or parts, just ask me on the 9th gen. Like I said, pretty much how I began the business mainly was with our 9th gen Civic. So yeah, the 8th gens are just starting to get pretty difficult. And the 9ths are going to be there also soon. So congrats, dude. Yeah, Andy, cool. That'll be awesome. I saw that Alex had some decent info from the track this weekend, but he didn't beat the 11-second quarter mile. So I think his best pass was like 11.5. So yeah. But another Monday with us. I'm trying to think of don't really have a lot going on besides just filling orders and been crazy busy. So yeah, but the thing is with the 9th gen, bro, if you want to, you can easily turn that K24 into put an 8th gen head on that block. So it's not that big of a deal. And you know, it's just up to what you eventually want to do with the car. So it's not that hard. You just you're going to have to keep it the K24 Z7 block because the crank sensor is different from the 8th gen, but you can swap the head if you want to. Yeah, like I said, I mean that automatic Accord transmission is only going to be good for so much, and then it's just not going to be able to handle much more. So the 6 speeds will always prevail in the long run. But still damn impressive that OEM auto trans can do an 11.1 in the quarter mile, which is pretty badass. So welcome in, everyone. I see we have quite a few people in here. If you're new in here, go ahead and just comment, ask us a question, whatever you just say, what's up? More feedback in the group. I like having a lot of people in here talking between each other. So it's always good information. Hopefully there's some new people coming in here. Honestly, dude, you're better spending your money with an 8-gen head, to be quite honest. I think it's just marketing crap from 4-piston. I mean, I can see the 4-piston doing pretty good with like a turbo, but other than that, that head is garbage for all motor. And, not to mention, I've seen several other 9th-gen Civic cams crack. So, I don't know. It just depends what you want. I mean, if you want to stay all motor, you definitely, do the 8-gen head. It's definitely the better way to go. And, just a much better option. What's up, Brian? Love seeing new faces in the group every week. We're starting to get a lot more people that are coming in weekly and actually like joining in the conversation, which is awesome. That's what I kind of wanted, to get more people every week. And, hopefully we'll just keep growing this. Obviously, the page is growing, so which is fantastic for us. I'm actually just going to post this on Facebook just to remind some people. But yeah, it's slowly growing. I think we're over 8,000 something subscribers. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. And especially with no advertising, whatever, just word of mouth and me putting in the work, so definitely helps. Yeah, I really want to. It's just so much work. And honestly, when we updated the website, so like when you do these websites, you have to pick like a web design to kind of stick around. And this one, for some reason, it just is being difficult to kind of like separate the wheels and do it a different way. I would love to add so much more wheels. I mean, I might actually kind of work on that soon with my team. I just basically send them anyone that wants wheels added that they don't see on the site. I can try and add them. But we don't really get hit up for wheels much. That's why I haven't really like put in a lot of time to doing it. I am trying to like expand more of the wheel selection on there. But yeah, if you need a set, I mean, I had a guy price some today for his Type R. I didn't have on the site, and so got him a good deal. And yeah. But yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I'm trying to catch up on some of these older cars, like the 9th-gen Accords, adding more parts, and some of the older TSX, and obviously, like, the 11th-gen and Type R stuff is just so popular right now, and trying to daily like find, what's out and what's even available is a lot of work. And then, adding them all, it takes a long time. But luckily, I have someone hired that actually does all our website stuff, and so it definitely helps me be able to get more stuff online quicker and faster. But yeah, I would love to. I actually thought about starting another business that was going to be just wheels and suspension. I still don't know if I want to do that and take that on. That way I could offer more stuff for other cars, because Axion's pretty much just Honda Acura based, and that's the way I wanted to keep it. So what's up, man? Welcome in. Thanks for joining. If you guys are new, just do a thumbs up if you can. Appreciate it. It just gets more attention on the live feed. So, YouTube understands people are actually tuning in. So maybe it'll click through to some more people. I don't know. We're trying to get over the 4,000 watched hours. I'm about 250 hours away. So from finally getting that $2 paycheck from YouTube. So it'd be nice if you guys could thumbs up and stay and hang out for the chat the whole time. Obviously, we're usually here for 45 minutes, roughly to an hour, depending on how crazy the chat goes. And if you guys have questions, just throw it in the comments and I'll answer it, or you guys can talk between each other and answer each other's stuff. I don't care. Whatever you guys want to talk about on that, that's up to you. I'm just here giving my input in parts and shipping times and what's sold out. And we are sold out of the some of the remarks for the 11th gen. Those, for some reason, just out of nowhere went bye-bye real quick. So I should have some more in about a week to 3 weeks. So not a long wait. Yeah, just been doing stuff trying to get this 11th gen finally gone to get the fab work done. So we'll see how that goes. And like Andy says, hopefully next month we'll see an Accord world record for the fastest Accord in the world, 10th gen. So definitely go follow Andy Klein or Klein Racing if you want to see some of his footage. He's one of our long lasting customers from the 9th gen Civic and now the 10th gen Accord group. So, but yeah, welcome in everyone. Thanks for joining me just in my home office. You can see a lot of toys behind me. This is not the Axion headquarters. But yeah, it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast. We're always here every Monday, unless I tell you the week before we might not be able to get on or whatever. But yeah, on here to answer your guys' questions, so you don't have to go on Facebook and hear the wrong answers from the wrong people. So yeah, definitely a busy month again. I'm so shocked and thankful for all you guys ordering. It's been pretty insane. Some other updates, if you've ordered our Axion downpipes, they're still a good month wait. It's just waiting on adapters and flanges and stuff is just a little bit longer than normal. So hopefully those are about a week, month to 2 months, hopefully. But the thing is, all the other companies that make downpipes, they're in the same boat. So just got to wait for parts, especially this time of year. It's tax season, you know, sales go through the roof for, 3 months, and just anyone who has inventory doesn't have inventory anymore. Yeah, I mean, the Z7 head's fine with turbo. It actually is going to help with torque. And it's a great motor to turbo. The only problem is there really only is like one turbo kit even made at this point now. Because the EPA basically just told all these companies, and I don't think there was enough orders for people to make, 50, 60 turbo kits to really make money on them. So I think people like PRL were just like, look, like, we just want to clean up so the EPA don't get pissed at us. Let's just stop selling these. They maybe only sell like 2-3 kits a month anyway. So but yeah, I think the only kit I sell turbo wise for the 9th gen Civic is the Max Speed, and it's a decent kit. It does everything well. There's a couple parts of the kit that I never have really liked, or just didn't really understand why it was engineered the way it was. It's still going to give you plenty of power with the OEM motor. Yeah, so the Z7 or Z3 had the K24 Z3 and Z7 are the same exact motors. The Z3 is actually from the 09 to 2014 Acura TSX. And it's the same motor with the R40 head that's in the 9th gen Civic Si. So that was the first pretty much like, non 4-port exhaust manifold where they went to just the one single size, which is good for turbo. You don't have these long runners. It just, improves the torque. Obviously, like you see in a lot of the little 1.5s and, the Accord motors and the Type R, but they also have reduced flow. So, but yeah, I mean, I think the horsepower, I had a customer, we helped a lot with the build. He made 930 wheel horsepower with his OEM head on his 9th gen. And he was still running a T3 turbo, but he was on Motec, fully built. And the car ran great, and then it went off to another tuner, and I think he kind of abused the car a little bit, and for some reason it never ran right, and then the owner sold it. So yeah, I mean the 8th gen motor is just such a better motor than the 9th gen, to be honest. I mean, it revs further. It's just more reliable. The 9th gen Civic motor, you're going to throw rods past 340 torque. Whereas, the 8th gen motor, you can make almost 600 wheel horsepower, and still have a pretty decent motor that's not going to be throwing rods. Sorry, guys, just checking an email real quick. Still keep getting a lot of emails, even at this time of night, which is crazy. A lot of our stuff like ships from the West Coast too, so we don't get a lot of our tracking till like 6 o'clock at night West Coast time, so 9 o'clock here. So still lots of work to do throughout the night. But yeah, I'm trying to think of any new parts that I've added to the site or anything. We've just been trying to add some more Type R stuff and Type S, Integra Type S stuff. As far as the 1.5 stuff, I don't think there's really going to be much more new parts that come out. It's pretty much got everything for bolt-on. The only thing we're really waiting for is PRL's turbo. Yeah, hopefully some rods at some point for the 11th gen. Because you have to use 10th gen Civic rods right now and a 10th gen crank if you want to build your 1.5 turbo Integra or 11th gen Civic. Yeah, I mean, you got to take the good with the bad. I mean, there's some good stuff with the tech, but it also is very limiting in some aspects. Yeah, I mean, the thing is it just depends on what you want to do with the car. But I mean, you use that bottom end and put, one of the older heads on it. It'll make just as much power. So, the thing is, though, pretty much when you do the head swap, especially if you're going turbo, you're going to need to build the bottom end anyway. So, pistons, rods, pretty simple setup will hold about 600. Beyond that, you're going to want to sleeve the block. And then you got to go to like some heavier duty rods if you want to go above 600. Like I said, it's a lot of people always think horsepower is what blows a motor. It's not. It's torque. That's when you're looking at your engine lasting, it's always torque. If you're looking at your clutch lasting, it's always torque. So it's not horsepower. So yeah, I see a lot of people adding. Thanks, guys. Welcome in. Make sure to add a comment. Just even say hello or what's up, or let us know you're in here. Head studs for the 10th gen. They're made by Two Step Performance. We stock them. They're out of stock till the end of June. So pretty much order and wait. I would be surprised if there's any left when they even get them in, to be quite honest. So I would not just be like, well, I'll wait till June to see when you have them and then let me know. Like, it doesn't happen like that. The best thing is just get an order in and wait, because the amount of people ordering stuff now it's hard to keep up for a lot of companies. And I mean, Two Step Performance are not a massive producing company. I mean, they're not like Borla or PRL or, so. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Let's get some questions going. Man, I got bit the other day gardening and so itchy. Still not used to the bugs here on the East Coast. Those are, I mean, I would probably rather have the 2011. I can't remember. There's some small differences. You'll have to really look into it on the 8th gens. I can't remember. I got some info a while ago on which ones are better. Some of the transmissions are better. Some of the engines are better depending on the years. Obviously, they're all probably going to have high miles at this point. So you're probably going to be at some point rebuilding it. So I think at this point, if you're looking for an HN Civic Si, I would just look for whatever one is the cleanest. Because obviously it's easy to rebuild a motor, but you can't, it takes a lot of work to really bring back a car that doesn't look that great. So but yeah, hopefully we get an update from Acuity on the new shifter for the 11th soon. They were teasing me some stuff. I can't really talk about it too much, but it is coming the end of summer. So yeah, that's what I thought it was. I couldn't remember. Yeah, it just depends on where the actual motors were being built. I think the early ones were being built in Japan, and then it became built in the United States. I can't remember. Yeah, I should have some more videos coming. I think you guys really like the camber arms one. So I think my next one is I'm going to get in a bunch of sway bars, and I'm going to weigh them all, talk about the different sizes, show you the different, material. The weights are what I'm really wondering, because some are a little bit thicker walled, obviously having a little bit more flex. Some are real thin. So it'll be interesting seeing some of the weights. Hopefully that video will be in like 2-3 weeks. RV6 don't have their sway bar in stock right now, so I'm waiting on that one to come in, and then I can do the whole video. Obviously, that's our favorite rear sway bar for the 10th, 11th Gen Civic and Accord. It's the largest, so it's at a 26 mil. So I really want to put that one next to the Progress, the White Line, and the Eibach and see where we're at. So yeah, I think that'll be a cool video. I've got some other ones coming down the road. Nothing with any of our cars right now. So it's all going to be pretty much just product videos. If you guys have ideas of something you want me to get in video and weigh and look at and go over, I can do that. Just let me know. Obviously, we have a lot of parts that come through here daily. So hopefully we'll be having some cool videos coming up. Would like to keep informing you guys on different parts and why they're done the way they are and how they look and how they go together and what's in the kit. So you guys know when you get it, like, oh, cool, I have everything, or I'm missing something. So the only thing I don't really get a lot of is catbacks in here. I don't like touching exhaust systems because there's so much money to like move around. So pretty much for me, like shipping an exhaust can be anywhere from $150 to $450. So obviously there's not enough money even in the part at that point. I tried to stock with Eventuri. I used to carry Eventuri through another wholesaler. They stopped. I reached out to Eventuri, and they don't sell anything here. They go through like a importing company that then gives out things to people, but I'm not allowed to get Eventuri now. So they didn't really want to bring our company on. They thought I was too small of a business. They wanted someone with a bunch of bays installing stuff. So, and we're not like that. So yeah, so no Eventuri for us anymore, which sucks because their stuff's beautiful. I had a lot of their products on my Audi and really like their quality of stuff, but yep, can't get it. I might have another way. We have a couple wholesalers, so I might reach out to them and see if they can get something going with Eventuri, which would be great. Obviously, Eventuri is from the UK, So it is not easy getting here for one, and very expensive to ship. So which makes it almost impossible to even make money on the product. Oh, cool. Awesome, man. Well, that'll be good. I mean, especially for people getting up there in the horsepower, they definitely want to get some cooler, one step colder spark plugs. Yeah, I mean, I would think like an even Chery probably at this point would be anywhere from like 2 to 4 month wait, probably. I mean, that's just with almost any Type R part right now on the market. I mean, AWE, PRL. Um, I mean, I think the PRL intakes now are at like 2 to 3 month wait right now. So yeah, it's just there's too many people buying Type R parts. That's the problem. A lot of people bought these Type Rs and literally just started modding them right away to be like the first cool kit on the market with the most modified ones. So it's just there's nothing in stock. I mean, we have quite a lot of stuff, but just certain things are just not. I mean, exhaust system, downpipes, and intakes are like the three things that are definitely hard to get right now for that car. So, like I said, a lot of people should just order and wait and just, I have a lot of people that, this last time I got a couple intakes in and they were like, okay, do you have any more for me? And I was like, no, they went to everyone that pre-ordered. Like they're already spoken for and done. Like, so yeah, and I understand everyone wants it now, but Moises, your car is definitely sick. So nothing wrong with modifying. I mean, God, I had my 11th gen Civic and literally had full bolt-ons by 800 miles, and already took out the engine and trans and put it back in the car. So at 800 miles on the car. So, for me, it's different because I have a business and I want to get a lot of information out there. So a lot of people just, they want to keep building their YouTube channels and Instagrams. So, buying all this stuff and showing it first and having it before people like really promotes their channels. So, but yeah. Yeah, it's a popular car, man. I mean, the FK8 was popular, but this FL5 just blows sales away from the FK8. It's up to you, man. I honestly just recommend, especially considering it's going to be out of stock for another month or so, I would just put an order in and just wait. At least it's spoken for. You have it ordered. You don't have to worry. So plus you'll get some free candy and a sticker from us. So nothing better. Oh. Yeah, so if any of you guys are new to the channel, I see there's actually quite a lot of people on right now, which is freaking awesome. Definitely leave a comment in the bottom, ask us a question. You got any questions about parts, your build, whatever, that's what we're here for. Not only just me, but the people that are in the chat, which are a lot of people that are enthusiasts. And a lot of people have heavily modified Hondas in here. So they can chime in, I'll chime in. Just leave a comment. Don't be scared. And also give a thumbs up if you guys can. It helps promote the channel, which I'm trying to grow. And I think we have a lot of good information out there for people on the internet. So, but yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. We're here every Monday. So usually we're on here for an hour. And I just kind of figured it was a good way to kind of put my face out for customers to come in and have kind of more of a one-on-one discussion. And I can answer a lot of people at the same time and get a lot of information out there for multiple people. So it's kind of a cool way, I guess. Kind of got the idea from like VTech Academy when they were doing a lot of these things. And I just kind of changed it to fit, my thing. And their thing was talking more between themselves and just people listen in, then they would answer a couple questions. But yeah. If you haven't subscribed to VTech Academy, definitely go on there It's a cool channel, and that's the owner of Hasport, Brian Gillespie. So definitely got tons of Hasport mounts if you guys need them. I try to keep those always in stock. Certain urethanes I don't because they just don't sell as well, but yeah. And if you know anyone with Honda Passport Ridgelines wanting to lift their truck, we offer lift kits, intake systems, some other stuff for those. So, oh, thanks, Freddie. I just I'm sending you tracking on your front mount here in a few. So, yep. I actually have a ton coming to me in North Carolina, but I sent it. It's shipping from the West Coast because I had them in the warehouse there. So I figure you want to get it quicker. So your front mount is on the way, and so is your other part. So the Acuity hoses. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I just try to come in here and get some information out. It's up to you guys to ask the questions, though, and keep pushing the channel. Hopefully, one of these weeks I'll have it from the little garage area, and we can have a different view besides my Funko Pops and the 80s action figures and toys. Yeah, hopefully I'll have some good information on the 11th gen within the next month. I'm hoping so. So fingers crossed. I feel like I haven't really. We shared a video the other day about the turbos the turbo we're putting on there. So hopefully you guys check the video out. It's the last one, and yeah. So it was a pretty cool, simple, short video. So just showing you guys the wastegate turbo we're running on the car. Now it's just wait on fab work. So once we get that done, it's going to be pretty sick. I'm just dying to show you guys what I've drawn up for them to fabricate for us on this build. It's just going to be super sick. And yeah, I'm totally pumped to show you guys this car. Hopefully we can get it running early next year. Hopefully that's the goal. And I got a lot of stuff to do on the car, though. All right, so that's a good question, actually. So those two downpipes, they basically make the same exact power. The only difference is the two-step performance one. You don't have a check engine light because of the high flow cat. With that being said, that only helps if you live in an area that has smog where the catalytic converter can't throw a check engine light. So the RV6 one, you turn off the secondary O2 with the Hondata, and it'll make the check engine light go away. Power-wise, they're going to make the same power. And we have our downpipe coming out too, which we have, which will also throw a check engine light, but it also has a catless option to go with it. I think, it's the coolest downpipe that's ever been made, in my opinion. It's completely different than anything that's on the market. And everyone that has the 1.5 downpipes that we've made, they all love it. And so I can't wait to get the 2-liter ones out there because I think it's going to be so popular. But yeah, don't put the PLM stuff on your car. I don't mind with the 1.5 guys, but they're just, look, some of their parts are finally getting better because they're actually making their own stuff and not copying parts. But the quality on their stuff is just hit or miss on certain parts. Downpipe, it probably isn't going to make a big difference. They're out of stock right now anyways also. Yeah, their quality on certain things is just, I don't know how certain things are missing. Like recently they had a 1.5 inlet pipe come out, and like they welded on a bracket to it that was like 3 inches too short from even working. And the problem with them is they don't take back their parts. They're basically like, well, you got to make it work with what you have. So yeah, it can kind of suck sometimes. I sell them I don't get a lot of stuff back with bad fitment, but it has happened in the past. And I like being open and honest with people. But their carbon intake does look pretty sick. And I'm sure fitment on that's probably actually pretty good because they basically made it in-house off their FF5. My downpipe's 949, so it's but you got to understand like what it comes with. So I mean, you're getting an option to go catted and then change to catless. So it also has, for people that want to race or track their car a lot, it's a lot more usable and modifiable downpipe for working on the car. You don't have to take the entire thing off from the front pipe. You could just take the upper section off to make room to work on turbos and other stuff. So it's just up to you. I still am finishing up the prototype, and production is like 2 months. So I was trying to get a couple pre-orders, and it's taken longer because just some of the adapters with them. So we've got quite a few pre-orders already on them, and I need to actually check where we're at with the prototype. I'm waiting on an email back from our guys. So, but yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I love the 1.5 one. I've got a video of it somewhere on in our videos. We call it the 2N1 because you're basically getting a catted and a catless in one working downpipe. So. Oh, cool. Well, it may be, the way you want to go. If you need one sooner, RV6 is about 3 weeks right now. And theirs are fantastic. So, I mean, the catless is only going to give you about 5 to 10 horsepower difference, depending on the turbo that you're running or whatever. It does give you a total different sound. So that's kind of nice. But that's all up to you. So. But yeah, you can check it out on the site and see what you think. I'm always down to help you with any parts, and if you need a discount on certain things, I can do that too. So just private message me, Facebook, Instagram, email, whatever you guys want. So that's always a good way. If you guys have multiple parts you're trying to buy at one time, I could probably shoot you a discount deal to help you out. It depends on the parts. So. And Andy, I'm going to check on your turbo again, see if we even can get an update. So. But yeah, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully, can get some good numbers with viewers watching tonight. Yeah, I just like to say 5 to 10. I mean, like I said, it all depends on the mods. I mean, stock turbo can only push so much out, but when you start modifying to bigger turbos and that, definitely the 3-inch and the catless definitely come into a huge horsepower gain. So the reason we did our downpipe is I saw issues with the EPA, with a lot of people having to not sell catless anymore, and I wanted to kind of still offer something for people that race their car, but also offered a solution for people to be able to abide by the laws a little bit. So that's why I came up with the idea for this, and I can't believe nobody else really has. So hopefully it takes off more. I don't think a lot of people know about it yet. We sell a good amount, but I wouldn't say like it's huge numbers. And I pretty much make just small batches at a time until I know I can count on a bunch of people ordering. I'm not going to order like 150 at one time. So yeah, we'll see where they head. Yeah, I try to be very transparent. Obviously, I never want to like talk shit about someone's product. But at the same time, like I'm going to be honest about certain things. For a long time, I didn't really support PLM because of what they did with stealing parts from PRL and completely copying. And that's why I still to this day do not sell the 10th gen Civic 1.5 charge pipes, because they're a complete ripoff of PRLs. So I won't sell them. But I just was at this point where we were getting asked all the time about PLM, and I was just literally giving away thousands a year by not selling them. So, I have a business to run too. And, the guys over there were like, hey, let's bring you on. Let's try and sell some stuff. And so, we sell a good amount of PLM, but I don't really push it too much, They've definitely screwed over a lot of companies in the import industry. So it's kind of good seeing that they're actually making their own stuff now. But we'll see. The fact is, a lot of you guys got to understand, like, you see all these coilovers that are on the market. They're literally all made in the same exact warehouse in Taiwan by the same company. And all they do is powder coat them differently, anodize the collars and that differently, and then they do some different tweaks and spring rates. I'm not going to lump in the companies that do that, but you could probably figure out the ones that are there's probably not too many of the ones that you can't figure them out, because they all look very identical. But yeah, a lot of parts are just mass produced in these big companies, and they just stamp a name on them all. Yeah, that's a funny video, Andy, if people can find it. There was a company that had a part ripped off by PLM, and they actually sent them some human poop in a box, or dog poop. I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think at this point they've kind of got the whole point, because I haven't really seen anything like personally like ripped off like a complete copy. Everything they're making, especially, is pretty much their own stuff now. Well, Swift definitely are a little stiffer ride. Eibach is a little bit more comfort, especially on the Pro Kit. A little bit more comfort, a little firmer than factory. Swift is definitely a racing spring. Yeah. But if you're looking to change, people are always looking for Swift springs. They're pretty popular. So, but yeah, I'd say Swift is probably one of the most popular. That and Eibach are the most popular two that I sell. All right. Any more questions for us, guys? Anyone else on here that hasn't chimed in before we come to a slow close for the night? Honestly, I would never buy a car personally. This is just me, that has been modified, especially when it comes to a clutch. A lot of the aftermarket clutches are junk, and they go out very quick. And it just kind of tells you the guy probably raced the car. Yeah, as long as it's not an action clutch. Well, isn't that the truth? Yeah, the competition's still decent. It depends if it has an OEM throw-up bearing or the competition throw-up bearing, which don't last that long. Honestly, I would just stay away from any car that's modified. I hate to say it, but that's just me. I'd rather modify it myself anyways. Then at least I knew who did the work. And so, yeah. But with that being said, that might give you some room to actually like say, hey, take, I don't want a modified car, but, take $500 off or $1,000 off. I'll take it, Yeah. At this point, like the 8th gens and 9th gens are hard to come by that are like not been molested by people. And you know, haven't been modified in some way or not. So, you know, yeah, just use good judgment. I mean, definitely go take it for a ride, and um, obviously stay away from something that has rust, tons of dents, you know, just makes weird noises, doesn't feel like it's all there. I mean, it is an older car, so it's not going to feel like a brand new car, but definitely a car with no check engine lights. So electrical is always another big one to look out for. Obviously, you don't want, because electrical is such a pain to diagnose. So, um, but yeah, keep us informed. Come back next week. Let us know if you have any more questions. And yeah. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, at least the parts, I mean, the full race cat back's nice. Teen street coilovers are nice. Standard brakes. I mean, that's not too modified. Just make sure you get on it. See how VTEC is, when it kicks in. Does it go anywhere, So. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, we're going to be getting off here pretty soon. I still got some work to do tonight to finish out the night. And yeah, I think honestly with it, the 8th gen is going to probably give you more fun. Honestly, just hearing the VTEC crossover is so much more gratifying. The 9th gens, honestly, like I miss mine and I loved mine. I mean, I have it. It just doesn't run because it's got a J swap, but it's a pretty boring motor unless you want to do a ton of mods to it. That's just my opinion. You can only do like the downpipe intake and RBC swap, and then it's pretty much maxed out unless you turbo it, or swap the head. So that's up to you. I mean, if I had a choice of an 8th gen 4-door, I would take that over anything. So. Yeah, the Accord is a fun car. All right, so next week we'll definitely be back at 8 o'clock. The next week I'll actually be out of town, so I might have a Mondays with Mike. I think we're in Omaha, Nebraska, so I'll have to see how the internet connection is and what my plans are for that evening with the wife. So, but we're definitely going to be back next week for another video. Oh, here we go. What downpipe would you recommend for the 11 gen? Sorry. I think not rowdy with the all-wheel drive touring, AWE touring. I mean, just any catted downpipe is going to be fine. They're all going to make it a little bit louder. If that's your concern, definitely stay stock downpipe, but that's really where the power is as far as the exhaust system goes. The only 2 downpipes I really like are TSPs and then Rs. So that's the only 2 options you have. You have PLM, but theirs is okay. It's decent, but they're all going to make around the same sound. Rs a little bit louder than TSPs. TSPs has that high flow downpipe. So, and I think they're coming back into stock this week, but those are, ours and theirs are $900, so they're not cheap. But if you don't have a K tuner and you want to do a downpipe, then do the 2-step performance because it won't throw a check engine light. But yeah, you can order them on our site. Free shipping. I cover the taxes in most states, so which a lot of people don't look at. I also don't have the stupid thing that people keep charging, which is like shipment guarantee. I don't know if you guys have seen this thing, but like a lot of companies are starting to charge this, and I think you can actually like click it off, but like some companies are making $150 off of something they should already kind of cover in the first place when they ship parts out. So you guys are like literally giving companies $150 extra for something they should already kind of do. So just watch the total price you spend, because a lot of people just look at the first thing and just don't realize all the added stuff people are adding. Oh yeah, thanks, Frankie. Definitely click the thumbs up, like the fawn says. Definitely helps the video get out there more and the channel. So, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, the TSP one's great. It's basically the PRL one. They, as far as I know, PRL gave them rights to make the exact same thing and take the PRL logo off. It's the same cat, same castings. So we ran the PRL one for about a year on our car. It was fine. And then we made our Axion one, and that's what we run. So. I mean, the best 8th gen that I know of is E-Man, who had the fastest all motor daily driven 8th gen. No, PRL don't make any downpipes. They stopped 2 years ago. Or maybe they do make it for them. I don't know. All I know is when I talked to TSP, they just basically said that they're welder guy. So I don't know. I mean, I can buy those Jesse Cats, the GESIs, and then they just basically have 2 cast end pieces and they just weld them together. So pretty simple. I mean, their downpipe's a breeze to make. I mean, ours is full custom everything. Everything has to be hand measured with the jig and cut and welded and seam welded and everything. Whereas theirs is just, 2 cast pieces that are just made in factory, and then they just welded them around the cat, and that's it, done. So I actually keep thinking I want to up our price on ours, because the amount of labor to just make ours is probably double what theirs is. But I'm trying to get them out more of the market so you guys can see how great these things are. And I like the fact that, when it comes to our downpipe, we actually designed it in-house, made it. It's not like anyone else's. It's not copied from anyone. It's our downpipe and ours alone. So, which is pretty cool. Same with our inlet pipe for the 11th gen. Totally different than anyone else's. I actually had a company in Australia that wants to distribute our downpipe to Australia, which is pretty cool. So hopefully that happens. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I think we're going to call it a day. If you want to ask a question real quick, get one in. I've still got work emails to do and tracking numbers to update people with all their orders. So yeah, I'll be in Australia next year. Finally going to take the plunge and go, and hopefully work isn't a shit show while I'm gone. It's just the whole time difference is difficult to wrap my head around with going that way. I haven't released any of the 2-liter ones yet, so not yet. I hope to have those. Someone will hopefully have one on their car within 2 months. So once these start hitting the market, I have a feeling our downpipe is going to be pretty popular. I really wish I could get them out there sooner, because the amount of people ordering for the Type Rs is insane, but just what it is right now. But yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. Like I said, if you haven't thumbs up the video, please do so. Go watch some videos. Leave them on your computer playing. I don't care. Just looking for some more hours of people watching our content, so we can try and finally get that $2 paycheck from YouTube. And if you leave them running, that's awesome. Lots of good content on all the videos. I'm trying to separate them all so they have their own little groups that you can watch in the playlist sections to make it easier to find stuff. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next Monday. I'll remind everyone next Monday again on Facebook and Instagram. And I might do a live Instagram this week just to pop on again, maybe Thursday or Friday. So keep an eye out for that during the middle of the day. But yeah, some more videos coming this week. So make sure to watch them. And definitely like, subscribe, share them on Facebook. And also, if you've ordered something from us, we really would like if you could leave a review on our website about the part, about the service. You'll see an email come like 5 to 10 days after you get the part. We like to let you have some time to get your parts before I send out an email. But please just leave a review. Our website's, this one's brand new, so all the old reviews got lost. So it just helps people understand that we've been a business that's been in business since 2009. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in with Mondays with Mike. We'll see you next week.